Okay, so hi everyone, we are the Surface Water Management team. Our team members consist of Alex Meng, Eric Wang, Eric Toy, and Justin Ho. Today we will be going over our surface water management presentation. Our agenda would be first, introduction to surface water management. Second, challenges surface water management encounters. And finally, we will be summarizing our main points into a conclusion. Okay, so let's welcome Justin Ho to give us an introduction to surface water management.
So thanks, Alex. So for introduction to surface water management, so next slide. So as you can see on this diagram, the world is filled with water. So 97% of our water actually comes from oceans. And there's only, 3% fresh water in the world. As you can see, ice caps, glaciers, groundwater, and surface water, which is lakes, swamps, and rivers, are the subject we're going to be going over today. So next slide, please. Okay, so there's a lot of water pollutants, as you can see in these pictures. The first group actually mentioned about PFAS. That actually, links to our presentation too, as, water pollutants are contaminating watersheds, oceans, rivers, lakes. There's a variety of stuff here that demonstrates, pollution such as pesticides, plastics, glass, other stuff, metals, construction sites, and biohazards, which are being dumped in our water sources. So that's a very big issue that we want to tackle today. So next slide, please. Okay, so what is a watershed? A watershed is basically a land area that channels rainfall and snow melt to creeks, streams, and rivers, and eventually outflows to points such as reservoirs, bays, and ocean. Watersheds provide us with water. In California, since it's so dry, we have, aquifers, channels, and, just to give up some point. We channel water from other, states too, such as, Colorado, Nevada, that water travels a far distance to get here to supply Los Angeles with water. So next slide, please. So why do we need healthy watersheds? Well, I think, the answer is pretty obvious, especially for California, because, living in a desert condition, we need clean drinking water. And, we also need that water for recreation, for, our city to thrive and grow, because without water and without clean water, our population will, suffer, not just health-wise, but, economically and, So a lot of different impacts will be made if we don't have clean water. So next slide, please. So stormwater. Basically, stormwater is water following a rain or snowstorm that does not infiltrate the surface of the ground, meaning that it's just basically water which flows down the drain and is not used wisely. So stormwater itself is very clean because obviously it goes through the process of, cleaning the clouds, and then, evaporation removes dust and dirt, and etc. But it's very sad because a lot of water gets wasted in the drain, and it could be used for good stuff. So in the next slides, our team's going to talk about solutions we learned to use the stormwater efficiently. Next slide.
Okay, hi everyone. I will be going over the first challenge that surface water management encounters. So going over the water quality issue. The main water quality issue we experienced so far is water pollution. Based on our context, a pollutant can be defined as a substance or energy introduced into the environment that has undesired effects or adversely affects the usefulness of the resource. So water pollution could be characterized into two main types, organic pollution and chemical pollution. Organic pollution is caused by deleterious microorganisms such as bacteria and viruses that are generated by excrement, animal and vegetable waste. And the chemical pollution, just like its literal meaning, is the chemical pollution that is caused by pesticides, waste chemicals, phosphate, heavy metals, acids, etc. So here are some of the examples of water pollutants. As you can see, there are nutrients, pathogens, oil/grease, pesticides, sediments, and trash. So here are some shocking statistics regarding water pollution. So I'll just be going over a few. So as you can see from the third stat, 80% of the world's wastewater is released back into the environment, which means the wastewater is not as clean as before. So it's going to pollute the environment, which is bad for organisms and humans and plants. And as you can see from stats number 6, 100,000 marine mammals die annually as a result of plastic pollution. So this shows us how dangerous plastic and water pollution can be for marine mammals, and not just marine mammals, but all marine animals and organisms that live in the ocean. And as you can see from stat number 1, every day 2 million tons of sewage, industrial and agricultural waste is released into water around the world. This is equivalent to the weight of 6.8 billion people. So this is very shocking as how humans are treating our waters very dangerously and bad for our environment and our overall future. So I'll be going over some solutions. So as you can see from the top row, which is solution 1, 3, and 5. So some solutions for water pollution would be wastewater treatment, stormwater management, and watershed management. These 3 managements can help purify water when it goes and released back to the nature, causing fewer animals, humans, and plants to drink or consume polluted water. Now let's welcome Eric Wang to present challenge number 2.
Challenge number 2, water resource issues. The first issue is water scarcity or shortages of clean water. The second is the world population growing, leading to the demand of water increasing. And the third issue is water pollution leading to less clean water. Next slide. Here are some solutions to water pollution challenges.
I think we lost the voice.
Here are some solutions to water pollution challenges. Here are some case studies on surface water management. The OC Public Work Glasshouse Campus Low Impact Development. The project was designed to achieve 100% stormwater treatment and 85% retention. For the design, storm by constructing a series of LID best management practices. Big Canyon Nature Park. The project constructs a low flow diversion and stormwater bioretention treatment wetland to significantly improve water quality in the Big Canyon Wash. The 6-acre project will also remove all invasive plant species and restore the watershed with a native plant palette. I will now pass it on to Eric Toy to present conclusions.
In conclusion, surface water management is vital to the well-being of humans and nature. Both water quality and water resources are important. Stormwater management is important but also challenging. It is best to manage water quality and water resources on a watershed scale. Next slide, please. This is our field trip video that we wanted to share. This video is a collection of the valuable insights we gained from our field trip. We have 4 field trips with the following themes: stormwater management, watershed management, habitat restoration, and water resource management. The contents we presented are based on what we have learned from the field trips and coaches.
Can everyone see the video?
Try to find some orange juice because we're on time.
Or bay. So that's really low right now, right? Then get absorbed into the ground rather than directly out.
Beginning of this into the ground, so the water will go into equal pressure. So this salt water can't come this direction because it's equal. The water column would drop 13 feet a day. 3-year journey to get here, but we got it figured out.
So thank you everyone for listening. And that's it for our presentation.
Thank you. Please stop to share.